Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, which will be followed by the invocation done by Mr. Visham Ramsawak, staff member of the Communication Unit.
Gracious God and Father, we thank you for life today. We thank you for bringing us to this place this afternoon. We ask your blessings upon each and everything that will be said and done today. We thank you for all the students of Trinidad and Tobago. We commit these proceedings into your hands, and we thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ramsawak, for blessing this afternoon's proceedings. You may sit. Dr. the Honorable Michael Dowlett, Minister of Education, Mrs. Simone Williams and Mr. Kishore Lachman, Permanent Secretaries, Ministry of Education, Dr. Peter Smith, Chief Education Officer, Ministry of Education, Mr. Desmond Noel, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Ms. Michelle Carter, Director of School Supervision and Management Division, and all other directors, managers, and heads of department, Ms. Kamini Bagalu, Director, Acting Division of Educational Research and Evaluation, and staff of the DERE, Mr. Walter Stewart, President of the National Parent Teachers Association, members of the S.E.A. team, which comprises school supervisors, staff of the ICT division, and members of the Division of Educational Research and Evaluation, school supervisors, principals, teachers, parents, and students, members of the media, good afternoon. I am Chris Metivier, School Supervisor 2, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies this afternoon. Welcome to this special S.E.A. Recognition Ceremony 2026. This afternoon, we will say well done, congratulations, as we celebrate our 2026 S.E.A. students. We also acknowledge the work of our principals, teachers, and all parents who have helped along this academic journey. You have made us proud, and we celebrate you. A special welcome to members of the audience joining us via the Ministry of Education's Facebook page and YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, our first speaker this afternoon is Dr. Peter Smith, Chief Education Officer. Dr. Peter Smith has worked at several levels of the education system for over 30 years. He served as Director of the Educational Planning Division, Ministry of Education, where he was responsible for the formulation and implementation of government's policy with respect to ongoing reform of the education system in the context of national development as it relates to educational statistics, programming, policy support, and facilities. He has previously served as Assistant Director of the Division of Educational Research and Evaluation, where he had responsibility for coordinating the national test and the Trinidad and Tobago's participation in international assessments, specifically the Progress in International Literacy Study, PEARLS 2016. Dr. Smith has considerable practical knowledge in research methodologies and educational assessment. Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite Dr. Peter Smith, Chief Education Officer, to do and deliver the welcome.
Thank you very much. Dr. the Honorable Michael Dowlatt, Minister of Education, Mrs. Simone Williams, and Mr. Kishore Lachman, Permanent Secretaries, Mr. Desmond Noel, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ms. Michelle Carter, Director, School Supervision and Management Division, and all other directors, managers, heads of department, Ms. Kamini Bagalu, Director Acting, Division of Educational Research and Evaluation, School Supervisors, Mr. Walter Stewart, President of the National Parent Teachers Association, members of the S.E.A. team, which comprise school supervisors, staff of the ICTD division, as well as school supervision and management, principals and teachers, parents and students, members of the media, good afternoon. That's a low-key good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I think it's important for us to mention all these persons because if you go back 5 or 6 years ago, we were dealing with the COVID issue. And so 5 or 6 years later, we are here. And so we must say today is a day of celebration. I want us to put our hands together because we have made it through. We gather to recognize the hard work, dedication, and perseverance of our students as they receive the results of the secondary entrance assessment and prepare to begin an exciting new chapter in their educational journey. And I can see the smiles on some of the parents' faces, and you have a right to smile. To every student today, congratulations. Whether your results met your expectations or not, you should be proud of the effort you have invested over the years. The S.E.A. is an important milestone, but is not the measure of your worth or the limit of your potential. It is simply one step along a much greater journey of learning, growth, and achievement. This year, we especially celebrate your resilience. Throughout your primary school years, you have faced challenges, overcome obstacles, adapted to new ways of learning, and remain focused on your goals. Resilience is one of the most important qualities you can develop because success is not determined by how many times we avoid difficulty, but how we respond when challenges arise. In our midst today, we have one such school that had to come to terms even with the loss of one of its students days before the exam. Today's results also reflect the collective efforts of many people who have supported our students along the way. To our teachers, To our teachers, thank you for your dedication, patience, and commitment to excellence. You have inspired curiosity, nurtured confidence, and provided a guidance that has helped students reach this important milestone. To our principals and school leaders, thank you for creating learning environments where students can thrive. Strong leadership, high expectations, and a culture of care are essential ingredients of successful schools. To our parents and guardians, no more sleepless nights perhaps? We offer our heartfelt appreciation. Your encouragement, sacrifices, and partnership with our schools have played an invaluable role in your child's success. Whether helping with homework, attending school meetings, or simply offering words of reassurance, your support has made a lasting difference. Education is most successful when schools and families work together. Today's achievements also remind us of the importance of best practices. Effective teaching goes beyond preparing students for a single examination. It includes identifying students' strengths and needs early, using continuous assessment to guide learning, providing targeted support, encouraging critical thinking, and fostering the social and emotional skills that enable children to succeed both inside and outside of the classroom. These practices help ensure that every child has the opportunity to reach his or her full potential. As our students prepare to enter secondary school, I encourage you to embrace every opportunity before you. Be willing to learn, ask questions, develop new friendships, participate in school life, and discover your talents. Remember that character, perseverance, kindness, and integrity will take you just as far as academic achievement. Finally, let us remember that education is a shared responsibility. Government, schools, teachers, parents, communities, and students each have an important role to play in building a future where every child can flourish. To our students, continue to believe in yourselves. Dream boldly, work diligently, and never allow a single result to define your future. Your journey is only beginning, and we look forward to seeing all that you will accomplish in the years ahead. Congratulations once again to all our students, not just those gathered here, but to everyone who would have written the secondary entrance assessment in 2026. And thank you to everyone who also contributed to their success. May God bless our students, our educators, our families, and our nation. Thank you, and indeed, welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Smith, for your welcome to the gathering here today. The next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon is Mrs. Simone Williams, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education. Mrs. Simone Williams joined the Ministry of Education in 2023 as Deputy Permanent Secretary and assumed the role of Acting Permanent Secretary in July 2025. A dedicated public servant since 2003, Mrs. Williams has contributed significantly to the national development through her service across several key ministries, including the Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs, the Ministry of Tourism, and the Ministry of Education. Her strong analytical background and strategic approach have consistently supported effective policy development and program implementation. Permanent Secretary Williams is committed to advancing an education system that meets the current and future needs of all learners. Guided by her vision, she champions initiatives that equip children with the skills and opportunities needed to thrive in a rapidly evolving world. Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite Mrs. Simone Williams, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, to bring remarks.
Thank you, Chair. Please allow me to stand on the protocols already observed, but I will make mention of Minister, Dr. the Honorable Michael Dowlett, Minister of Education. Congratulations to all who are here today. It is a privilege to join you today as we celebrate one of the most rewarding moments in our education system, the recognition of our outstanding performers in this year's secondary entrance assessment. Thankfully, today is all about celebration. It is an opportunity to honor your hard work and the remarkable achievements that have brought you here. To our students, let me begin by offering my warmest congratulations. Your success is the result of countless hours of study and a willingness to strive for excellence even when the journey became demanding. Today is about celebrating excellence. While we celebrate our top performers, we also acknowledge that every student's educational journey is unique. Success takes many forms, and every child who approached this examination with determination has taken an important step forward. Today's awardees remind us of what is possible when talent is matched by commitment, support, and opportunity. Excellence is often measured by grades, rankings, and distinctions. Those accomplishments certainly deserve recognition. However, true excellence extends beyond numbers on a results slip. It is reflected in discipline when no one is watching, resilience when obstacles arise, and integrity that shapes one's character. These are the qualities that will continue to serve you long after today's ceremony has ended. Ladies and gentlemen, behind every successful student stands a community of encouragement. I thank the parents and guardians for the sacrifices you have made. Thank you for the early mornings, the late night revisions, the words of encouragement, and the belief in your children's potential. To our teachers and school leaders, thank you. Your influence reaches far beyond the classroom. Every lesson taught with care, every word of encouragement, and every extra effort invested in your students contributes to moments like these. I also extend sincere appreciation to the staff of the Ministry of Education, whose work behind the scenes supports every stage of the educational journey, from curriculum development, assessment, administration, to support services, and the timely release of examination results. And I want to especially thank and give special commendation to our S.E.A Placement Committee, who were able to achieve getting our results out in a timely manner, on time, and without any issues. Excellence is a collective endeavor. As you prepare to enter secondary school, remember that this achievement is not the destination. It is the beginning of a new chapter. Continue to ask questions, continue to think critically, continue to show kindness and humility. Never allow success to diminish your willingness to learn from others. Our nation depends on young people who are not only academically capable, but also compassionate, innovative, ethical, and committed to serving their communities. The Ministry of Education remains steadfast in its commitment to creating learning environments where every child has the opportunity to realize his or her fullest potential. As we continue strengthening our education system, we do so with the understanding that investing in our students is an investment in the future prosperity, resilience, and development of Trinidad and Tobago. Continue to pursue excellence, not as a destination, but as a lifelong habit of giving your best in every endeavor. We look forward with great confidence to witnessing the many contributions and achievements you will make at your schools, in your communities, and ultimately to our nation. Congratulations once again to all S.E.A 2026 students. I thank you, and may God continue to bless us all.
Thank you, Mrs. Simone Williams, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, for your very insightful remarks. Thank you, Miss. Our featured speaker this afternoon is Dr. the Honorable Michael Dowlett, Minister of Education. Dr. Michael Dowlett is a highly respected educator and administrator, bringing more than 3 decades of leadership in education to the national stage. Dr. Dowlett retired in 2021 after serving 15 years as principal of Naparima College. Prior to that, he served as principal of Irie High School for 5 years. His distinguished career spanned 34 years in secondary school education. In addition to his leadership, he served as a part-time lecturer at UWI School of Education for over 2 decades, where he played a vital role in training future educators. His deep involvement in civic life is further reflected in his service as an elder and lay preacher in the Presbyterian Church, exemplifying his values-driven approach to leadership. Dr. Dowlett is a husband and father of 2. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as I invite Dr. the Honorable Michael Dowlett, Minister of Education, to address us.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please be seated. This afternoon, I'm very happy to welcome our students, our top achievers, their parents, their teachers, their principals, to join us here at the Ministry of Education. Let's welcome them with that wonderful round of applause. As I recognize our permanent secretaries, our deputy permanent secretary, our CEO, our director of DERE, our division heads, our school supervisors, and especially our PTA representative, Mr. Walter Stewart. Thank you for being here. And as I welcome all the principals and teachers, but especially our students, permit me to first extend congratulations to 17,509 students who sat the 2026 S.E.A exams. I invite us to acknowledge their tremendous effort, all of these students, their commitment, their discipline, and their determination that they demonstrated. This particular season is a unique one in Trinidad and Tobago, where the entire nation shares in the anticipation of the kind of excitement that comes with the release of the S.E.A results. And so this afternoon, I am pleased that we can honor today those children who have done exceptionally well and continue to make us proud going into the future. As the Minister of Education, this is my second S.E.A. cycle. And I've come to realize something that's very important. S.E.A. results are treated like a snapshot. Clinical, numbers, scores, ranks, and benchmarks. But behind every number, there's a child who has grown in confidence. There's a teacher who has improved their craft of teaching. There's a parent who has made that quiet, invisible sacrifice that never really appears on that S.E.A. report sheet. But more importantly, there's a school community. And I'm sure there are so many school communities that are proud of the achievement of our young scholars. Those school communities that have worked steadily, they have worked towards improvement. And sometimes they do not get the applause that they deserve. But they continue to sacrifice and work. And what I've learned is that these results continue to affirm that our students have an outstanding future awaiting them at the secondary school. All of these results come as an accumulation of the efforts of almost the entire Trinidad and Tobago community. And so, I want to thank especially our principals, our teachers, our parents, our guardians, and students. Let's hear the students give a wonderful round of applause to the teachers and the principals and the parents. Not just for taking time to come today, but for their continued support of our children's educational journey. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to announce, and you always ask this question, what was the highest score? The highest composite standard score recorded, and that's the maximum score that you could make in the 2026 S.E.A. School Entrance Assessment, was 253.423. And what is truly remarkable of our young achievers is that 3 students made that maximum score. But I want to give a little warning here. As the Minister of Education and as the ministry, we have to be very careful and fair in how the final rankings are presented, because students and parents still have that opportunity to seek reviews of their results through CXC. So I want to say that. And so the final ranking comes after that CXC review process is completed. So I want to say that up front. And so I'm hoping that if any of the students review, we may add more to the top maximum. Yes? But more importantly, these results tell us a larger story. The 2026 S.E.A. reflects encouraging progress across multiple indicators of students' achievement. It demonstrates that our collective efforts to strengthen teaching and learning are beginning to bear fruit. And it signals what I believe is a meaningful return to excellence across our education system. And so let me give you some insight into the results broadly. In mathematics, in 2025, the mean score was 53.84. Sorry, it's 52.10. In 2026, the mean score increased to 53.84. In English language, the national mean score rose from 66.70 to 68.66. In English language arts writing, the national mean score improved from 11.25 to 11.57. We have also witnessed significant progress at key national performance benchmarks. In 2025, last year, 66.18% or 11,827 students scored above the 50% benchmark. This year, the figure improved to 70.73% of students, representing 12,384 students, an increase of 557. I think those students need a wonderful round of applause for that. But equally encouraging is that there was an increase in the above 90% achievers. In 2025, 421 students achieved scores of over 90%. In 2026, 670 students scored above 90%. And this represents an increase of 249 students performing at an exceptional high academic standard. So these figures tell us something very important. More students are reaching higher levels of achievement, and more students are demonstrating that with the right support, academic success is within reach. And so, how are we going to strengthen this support at the S.E.A. level? This progress at the S.E.A. is being strengthened by the introduction of the continuous assessment component that we are bringing on stream from September 2026. We've also added enhanced AI-enabled learning resources like the S.E.A. Mathematics Past Paper Solutions platform. And this has provided students with a more personalized opportunity to practice, revise, and reinforce key concepts beyond the classroom. Importantly, these gains have been complemented by targeted support mechanisms. For example, we have included the special assessment arrangements or concessions for students writing local exams, ensuring equity remains central to the assessment process, and that students are fairly supported in demonstrating their true capability. So taken together, these results affirm the ministry's continued focus on strengthening foundational literacy and numeracy, supporting teachers through sustained professional development, expanding access to high-quality learning resources, and creating learning environments where each child has the opportunity to succeed. At the heart of all of this is a very simple but powerful truth. We must never ever lose sight of our philosophy that every child can learn. But in this process, we do not forget our parents and guardians, because they have been a part of the system, even though they may not be trained formally in long division and all these other areas. They somehow magically become experts after the second term of school. And so they sit sometimes doing homework with their children on that kitchen table, and they somehow manage to turn limited resources into unlimited encouragement. Let's give our parents a wonderful round of applause for their support. At the level of the Ministry of Education, over the past months, through school-based sensitization sessions and over 30 webinars, digital information campaigns, guidance resources, and direct engagement with stakeholders, we have ensured that families are well prepared, not just for the S.E.A, but for introduction to the secondary school system. But on reflection from our 2025 S.E.A results last year, the ministry identified 189 priority primary schools. Based on the data, 6,000 students scored less than 50% in the S.E.A exam. And so therefore, targeted, focused interventions were made at those schools. And I'm happy to say that we have seen improvements in those priority primary schools. Amongst the priority primary schools, the average school level percentage of students scoring above 50% increased from 41.75% in 2025 to 51.81% in 2026. That's a 10.06% improvement. Let's congratulate those schools that have been working. And I'll give you a little more data on it. The number of priority schools where at least half of the students scored above 50% increased from 72 schools in 2025 to 116 schools in 2026. That means 44 additional schools crossed this important performance benchmark, students going and achieving above 50%. And in addition, 140 of the 189 priority schools improved the above 50% rate. That represents approximately 3 out of every 4 priority schools showing positive movement. Let's congratulate those principals and teachers and parents who have been working. And that's what we mean when we say we believe that all children can learn, and our interventions are bearing fruits. But to the students, just like our previous speakers, I want to remind you that secondary school is not a destination. It's an opportunity. It will open more doors into an exciting future. As you go to secondary school, you'll develop new interests. You'll develop new talents, or talents you didn't know that you possess. You will build lifelong friendships, and you will continue to become the person that you are meant to be. At the Ministry of Education, we remain committed to ensure that every secondary school provides opportunities for students to excel academically, creatively, technically, athletically, and personally. So today, we celebrate achievement, but tomorrow, we continue to work. And after I've said all of that, as I summarize, I want to congratulate our top achievers who have demonstrated excellence in education. And as I indicated earlier, and I want to say something that's really interesting this time. I will say it again. 3 students achieved in this list, we're not going to tell you who they are, a perfect score of 100%. And I also want to note something that's really interesting. Of the 9 students who we are celebrating, 6 are boys. So I want to recognize the achievement of our boys. Yes? So it gives me great pleasure to recognize these outstanding students, and I'll call the names in alphabetical order. All right? Okay? Remember what I said before. The first name, not number one. St. Peter's Private, Catherine Ajoda. You could stand when your name is called. Thank you. Cura Presbyterian, Amara Batan. Karani Hindu, Shivan Khan. Debe Hindu, Shazana Mohammed. Montrose Government, Adam Ningtang. Trinidad Renaissance Preparatory, Liam Rajnath. Thank you. San Fernando TML, Ethan Ramlakhan Singh. Thank you, Ethan. Montrose Government, David Ramlakhan. Monroe Road, Hindu, Vivek Supasad Maharaj. Thank you. And when I did the calculations, I'll tell you that separating some of the students was 0.084 in some cases, to tell you how these students have achieved outstanding results. So as I conclude, together as we are gathered here, as educators, as parents, as a school community, but especially for our students who represent all your colleagues today, we at the Ministry of Education, we will continue to build an education system that nurtures excellence, expands opportunity, and prepares every learner for the challenges and possibilities of the future. Students, congratulations once again to every single student who sat the 2026 secondary entrance assessment. May this achievement inspire you to continue learning, continue growing, and continue believing that your greatest accomplishments are still ahead of you. Thank you, and may God continue to bless our students, our educators, and our beloved Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister Dowlat, for the delivery of a very informative and motivational address. Thank you, Minister. So at this time, we are going to hear from our awardees, who will give us a brief understanding of their very unique journey to this very memorable day. And like the minister, I will be calling you in alphabetical order. So, first to address us is Ms. Catherine Ajoda, who attended the St. Peter's Private and is now assigned to the Naparima Girls High School. So let us welcome Catherine, please.
Pleasant good afternoon, everyone. My name is Catherine Ajoda of St. Peter's Private Primary School, and I am here today as a reminder that success is never handed to us, but it is earned through hard work, focus, and consistency. It's not a matter of luck, but the result of showing up every single day and putting in the effort. Through every late night and early morning, I put my best foot forward. However, the road was not always easy. The path of the S.E.A. transformed my daily routine into lessons, practice papers, and review sessions that each brought me closer to my goals. Each one of them was worth the hours. A major strategy I'll share that I employed was knowing how to manage my workload. Personally, I found that music and arts were most helpful in maintaining balance. Building habits which I could sustain was the key to studious learning and retaining knowledge. This mindset was inspired by my mother, who was the role model for my will to reach for the highest of my dreams. She encouraged me and supported me to never stop striving and to never lose sight of who I aspire to be. I adapted to the busy yet rewarding lifestyle of the S.E.A. journey, prioritizing my studies and refusing to let distractions impede. I practiced remaining calm under high-pressure moments and being brave amidst obstacles. A piece of advice I would share to future S.E.A. students is to never let challenges define you, for these challenges are opportunities to learn and grow. Something I will never forget is that in every setback, there's a setup for coming back stronger. Standing here today, I can truly say that all the meticulous endeavors paid off, and the reward of my success makes every single challenge worth it. However, my accomplishment today is not the result of only my diligence and commitment. I'd like to take a moment to recognize my principal, who remained a steadfast believer in my potential, my dedicated teachers, who were the pillar of my excellent education, and my friends. In the quiet hours of study and much-needed moments of laughter, you stood as my encouraging sisters and brothers. I share this achievement with you. I also share this milestone with my family, whose unwavering faith became the foundation of my achievements. Finally, thank you to my mother. No words can match her sacrifice, love, patience, and uplifting spirit. I express heartfelt appreciation to the Lord and each one of these people who made today possible. I love them beyond compare, and I am eternally grateful for them in my life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Catherine. Give her another round of applause, please. The second awardee to address us in alphabetical order is Amara Beaton, who attended the Curep Presbyterian Primary School and is now assigned to the Lakshmi Girls Hindu College. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Amara.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, awardees, and parents. My name is Amara Beaton. Today, I stand here honored to be representing my school, Kira Presbyterian. My S.E.A. journey has been one like no other, filled with commitment, sacrifices, dedication, and a whole lot of lessons. It truly has been an experience, one in which I'd like to thank my principal, Mrs. Jagannath, my teachers, Mr. Brian Suku, Mr. Avin Datu, my lesson teachers, Ms. Anna York and Ms. Hafiza Ali Carey, for all their guidance, support, and dedication towards my academic success. I'd also like to thank my mommy, a single parent who has sacrificed day and night and has gone without countless times just so that I can achieve a proper education. To all future S.E.A. students, although the journey may seem hard and tedious, your work will be rewarded in the end. So remain resilient, focused, and trust in God. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amara. Our third awardee, and I don't need to emphasize alphabetical order anymore. Our third awardee to address us is Mr. Shivan Khan. Shivan attended the Karani Hindu School and is now assigned to the Presentation College, Shogunas. Let us welcome Shivan.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shivan Khan, a student of the Pandit Krishna Maharaj Karani Hindu School. I have always been motivated to succeed and achieve my goals from observing and learning about my parents' own achievements and sacrifices. As they would always say, all that matters was giving it your best shot, regardless of the outcome. It was not always about academics, but rather trying to find that balance in life. For me, personally, my extracurricular activities, such as playing the tabla, playing cricket, and participating in several activities in school, help with my focus and relaxation. Also, being deeply rooted in my spiritual life played a major role in maintaining discipline and keeping on the right path. Having the support of my entire family played a pivotal role in my achievement. As my dad would always say, whatever you do, just have fun. My advice to future S.E.A classes: remember there's life after S.E.A. Let us not allow a single moment to define our future. I believe a greater success is getting up after a fall and continuing to reach for the stars. I would like to give a special thank you to the staff and principal, Mr. Ralph Peter, of the Karani Hindu School, and my Standard 5 teacher, Mr. Rajesh Ramratan. Special thanks and shout out to my lessons teachers, Ms. Sherry Ann Lakan and Ms. Shelley. Also, I would like to thank my family for all their support and dedication in making this possible. My grandmothers, who have inspired me and encouraged me to do my best. And above all, thank you to God for His guidance. I am overjoyed and grateful for this opportunity to stand here today and celebrate my achievement. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Shivan. The next awardee to address us is Ms. Shazana Mohammed. Shazana attended the Devi Hindu Primary School and is now assigned to the Naparimi Girls High School. Let us welcome Shazana.
Good afternoon, Minister of Education, Dr. the Honorable Michael Dowlett, my respected Principal, Ms. Usha Rampasad Gokul, dignitaries, specially invited guests, and stakeholders in education, dedicated teachers, including my Standard 5 teacher, Ms. Vashti Ragbir, my loving parents, members of the media, and my amazing classmates. I am Shazana Mohammed. Standing here today, I feel incredibly proud and grateful to have made a first score in the S.E.A 2026 examination. It is unbelievable, yet believable. I have finally made it to this moment, and what a journey it has been. Firstly, I thank God for the guidance and knowledge given to me. In the words of our Prime Minister, the Honorable Ms. Kama Prasad Bisesa, put God in front and walk behind. I have also been inspired by his statement that education is the key out of poverty. I truly believe that without faith in God, nothing is possible. However, I did not walk this road alone. My parents have always been at my side from day one. They have never faltered in supporting, motivating, empowering, and believing in me. Their unconditional love and sacrifices have given me the strength to persevere and achieve this incredible milestone. To the principal of Devi Hindu STMS Primary School, Ms. Usha Rampasad Gokul, I thank you for your astute and dynamic leadership and for motivating all students to believe in our abilities and achieve our fullest potential, not just academically, but in all aspects of our development, including culture and dharma. I will always remember the many times I participated in Bal Vikas and sports, and by extension, all other competitions and extracurricular activities that have challenged us to always be successful. To the amazing teachers and staff at Debi Hindu who have imparted in me positive values, noble qualities, and lifelong learning skills, thank you is not enough. Debi Hindu has been such a safe place, especially for bonding with my classmates and building trusting friendships. I have helped many of my classmates, and at times, I too received help from my peers. Even the parental support has helped us grow together as a learning community. However, the journey to the point was not always a bed of roses and did not happen by accident. It took months of relentless hard work. There were days when the practice booklets seemed never ending and the pressure felt heavy. But every single day, I chose to push through. I made the choice to study hard, stay focused, and pay close attention in class. I never took a day of extra lessons outside of my school. I knew that to write the S.E.A. exam the best that I could, I had to give it everything I had. Miss Vashti, my class teacher, I truly appreciate your patience and understanding shown to us. You have made your learning a positive experience that I will cherish forever. Because of your understanding, guidance, and the discipline to study hard every day, I was able to walk into that exam room with confidence and do my absolute best. To all students, understand the value of literacy and numeracy skills and attending school daily and on time. Listening to and respecting your parents and teachers. Turn your weaknesses into strengths and keep trying until you get it right. Thank you, and may God bless each of you.
Thank you very much, Shazana. The next awardee to address us is Mr. Adam Ningtang, who attended the Montrose Government Primary School and is now assigned to the Presentation College, Chaguanas. Let us welcome Adam.
Dr. the Honorable Michael Dowleth, members of the Ministry of Education, principals, teachers, parents, fellow students, and specially invited guests, a warm and pleasant good afternoon. I'm elated to be here today. I would firstly like to thank God for His guidance and blessings in all things. Next, my parents, who have always been my source of strength, well-being, and inspiration. A special thank you to my dad, who made this journey feel less like a task and more like an adventure. Whenever things became tough, he would always find a way to make it fun and enjoyable. My principal, Mr. Rifta Sipasad, my teacher, Mrs. Ruth Ramdani, and my supplemental teachers for their unwavering dedication and support. My family, friends, and well-wishers have all been instrumental in my success. This success has been achieved by employing some very simple strategies. First of all, we ensured that a good balance was maintained between academics and recreation. Though it is important to study hard, we must all find time to decompress and rejuvenate the mind. For me, recreation consisted mostly of music and sports. It is also imperative that one must always arrive to school on time, exercise undivided attention in class, have a steadfast approach in completing homework and tasks, and pay close attention to detail. I always made sure that everything I did was done to the best of my ability and to internalize and understand the topic being taught rather than to learn and regurgitate it. The importance of reading is undeniable. Finally, the main contributing factor to my success is that I am self-motivated. My parents hardly ever have to prompt me to study, and I believe that this is a sound portal to success. So, work hard, play hard, be disciplined and respectful, and strive to find joy and excitement in all that you undertake henceforth. Thank you, and I look forward to the new chapter ahead.
Thank you very much, Adam. The next awardee to address us, Mr. Liam Rajnath. Liam attended the Trinidad Renaissance Preparatory and is now assigned at the Presentation College, San Fernando. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Liam.
Good evening, everyone. Today, I am honored to share my journey to become one of the top performers in the S.E.A. examination. I hope my experience encourages and inspires students who will be writing the exam in the years ahead. My preparation began in Standard 2 when I spent many hours practicing mathematics, writing essays, and completing English language arts exercises. There were times when I felt overwhelmed and wanted to give up, but I reminded myself that success comes through consistent effort and perseverance. As I entered Standard 3, the workload became even more demanding, but so did my determination to achieve my full potential. Throughout this journey, I was guided by my school values of respect, responsibility, discipline, integrity, and excellence. These values, along with the support of my teachers, helped me stay focused and overcome challenges. I learned that education is not just about earning good grades, but also about building character, confidence, and the skills needed for success. While working hard academically, I also remained actively involved in extracurricular activities, including steel pan, chess club, swimming, art, and learning a variety of languages. These experiences taught me important lessons in teamwork, creativity, discipline, and time management, helping me become a more well-rounded student. I am deeply grateful for the teachers of Trinidad Renaissance School, especially Miss Gobin, for the unwavering dedication, guidance, patience, and encouragement. Their support and commitment to my growth played a significant role in helping me achieve this milestone. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to my mom for always believing in me and motivating me to do my best, and to my therapist, Ms. Raquel Matthews, for inspiring me mentally and reminding me to stay focused on my goals. To every student preparing for the S.E.A. exam, remember that even when the work feels difficult, every lesson, every practice paper, and every challenge helps you become stronger and more prepared. As John C. Maxwell said, "Dreams don't work unless you do." With dedication, discipline, and hard work, your dreams can become reality. Thank you, and I wish everyone a wonderful summer vacation.
Thank you very much, Liam. Liam will be followed by Ethan Ramlakan Singh. Ethan attended the San Fernando TML and is now assigned to the Naparima College. Let us welcome Ethan.
Good afternoon. Representative from the Ministry of Education specially invited guests, parents, principals, and, most importantly, my fellow excelling students of 2026. Firstly, I must extend my deepest gratitude to Almighty God for always being with me, answering my prayers, guiding me on the right path, and protecting me every step of the way. Without him, I would not be standing here today, proud of my achievements. None of us would be here without the unwavering love and support of our parents. You guided us through late-night revision sessions, countless practice tests, and helped us overcome every obstacle in our way. I would also like to express sincere appreciation to San Fernando TML Primary School, the institution responsible for laying the foundation of my primary education and nurturing me throughout my journey to success. The values, knowledge, opportunities, and encouragement I received here have helped shape the person I am today. Principal, Mrs. Wahida Mohammed Narain, thank you for your endless dedication to my classmates and me. Your encouragement, leadership, and commitment to our education inspired us to strive for excellence every day. You helped us grow into confident, resilient, and responsible individuals. To my teacher, Sir Imshaz Hussain, thank you for teaching us not only our academic subjects, but also the values of discipline, integrity, and perseverance. Your guidance, honest feedback, and unwavering belief in our potential challenged us to become the very best versions of ourselves. To my friends, thank you for keeping me motivated, encouraging me, and reminding me that success is even more meaningful when we support one another. The strategies that helped me achieve success included staying disciplined, managing my time wisely, revising consistently instead of cramming, practicing past papers, asking questions whenever I needed help, and never giving up when things became difficult. I also learned the importance of setting goals, believing in myself, and maintaining a healthy balance between my studies, rest, and faith. Throughout my years at San Fernando TML Primary School, I also made it a priority to participate in extracurricular activities. I proudly played the steel pan, was an active Cub Scout, represented Sport TT in cricket, and participated in both the drama club and the Spellbound program. These activities never took away from my studies. Instead, they enhanced my learning. They taught me discipline, teamwork, leadership, confidence, creativity, and effective time management, proving that a well-rounded classroom helps us grow both inside and outside. Finally, I would like to thank my parents, my sister, and my entire family for their constant encouragement, sacrifices, and unconditional love. Your support has been my greatest source of strength. To my fellow students, remember that success is not only about being the smartest person in the room. It is about determination, hard work, resilience, and believing that every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Take every opportunity your school offers. Participate in sports, the arts, clubs, and leadership programs. These experiences will strengthen your character, broaden your talents, and prepare you for the future. Stay focused, remain humble, work hard, and never stop believing in yourself. If you do, you too can achieve great things. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to my speech.
Thank you very much, Ethan. Following Ethan is David Ramlakan. David attended the Montrose Government Primary School and is now assigned to the Presentation College, Shogunas. David.
Good afternoon, Honorable Minister of Education, distinguished guests, members of the media, teachers, parents, and my fellow students. I am truly honored and grateful to stand before you today as a top-performing S.E.A. student of Trinidad and Tobago. First and foremost, I thank God for his guidance, strength, and countless blessings throughout this journey. I would like to express gratitude to my parents, who have been my greatest source of inspiration. They taught me the value of hard work, discipline, and perseverance. Even when I felt tired, lazy, or stressed, they encouraged me to keep going and always reminded me that giving my best was more important than being the best. I am also deeply grateful to my teachers from Montrose Government Primary School, whose dedication, patience, and support helped me grow both academically and personally. They inspired me to believe that with determination and the right attitude, any goal can be achieved. Many people ask what the secret to success is. For me, there was no secret. My strategy was simple. I stayed organized, practiced consistently, paid attention in class, reviewed my mistakes, and never gave up when I found something difficult. I also made sure to balance my studies with rest, family time, and activities that I enjoy, such as playing football with my friends, because success is not only about working hard, but also about taking care of yourself. I worked extremely hard as I wanted to challenge myself to see how far I could go on this S.E.A. journey. To future S.E.A. students, I want to say that success does not happen overnight. It comes from hard work, discipline, faith in yourself, and the courage to keep trying even when challenges arise. Believe in your abilities, set high goals, and never be afraid to dream big. This achievement is not the end of my journey. It is only the beginning. I hope to continue learning, growing, and using my education to make a positive difference in my community and in Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you very much, and may God bless everyone here today.
Thank you very much, David. Following David is Vivek Supasad Maharaj. Vivek attended the Monroe Road Hindu Primary School and is now assigned to the Hillview College. Let us welcome Vivek.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I feel very proud and thankful to be standing here. Over the past few years, one of my biggest dreams was to follow in the footsteps of my family and attend Hillview College. This dream helped me to stay focused, especially while preparing for my exams. There were many times when studying felt difficult, and as the exam day came closer, I sometimes felt nervous and overwhelmed. But my parents and teachers always encouraged me and helped me to stay positive. Their support gave me the confidence to believe in myself and do my best. I also learned that success is not only about studying hard, but also about staying balanced. My faith, my temple, music, and taking breaks with structured screen time helped me to relax and stay positive. These things gave me peace and helped me prepare with a clear mind. In concluding, I would like to say thank you to everyone who helped me along the way. This moment would not have been possible without the love, guidance, and support of my guru, teachers, parents, temple, and extended family. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vivek. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give all our awardees a round of applause. We now move to the much-awaited presentation of awards. The members of the communications team will give guidance in this process, and I invite Minister Dowlett for the presentation of tokens. Minister. But before we commence the presentation, I know there are teachers, parents, guardians, relatives, and well-wishers sharing the spotlight this afternoon with their children or students. We would like to acknowledge all those who have supported our students throughout their S.E.A 2026 journey. Let us give them a round of applause. Again, in alphabetical order, I invite Catherine Ajoda to receive her award.
TV fellas, are you okay? Are you ready now? Go ahead, Navin. After just two. TV, you finished? Thanks. Chris, thank you.
Yes. Amara Betan.
Flash first, following that, TV cameras. TV6, you okay? Go ahead, Chris.
Siobhan Khan. Shazana Muhammad. Adam Ningtan. Liam Rajnath. Ethan Ramlakan Singh.
Daddy, you can take your photo, you know. TV, okay?
David Ramlakan. Vivek Supasad Maharaj. Ladies and gentlemen, the special awardees for S.E.A 2026. Let us give them a round of applause, please.
Students in front. Following this one, you're going to go on with the principals are going to join us. Following this one, right? Principals, stand by, please. Yeah, Michelle, thank you. Ms. Bagalu, director, you're in charge, you know, you're sure today? You're special today? Your process. Mommy and daddy, don't worry, if you don't get pictures, communications can help you with that, right? So don't worry. If you don't get that shot, don't worry with that. Good. Michelle, kind of hiding? Principals, thank you. Join me here, please. Principals, join me here, please. And nine principals. Come forward, principals. Just hold it. Go ahead, go ahead. I'm not going to Principals, come here, please. Everybody happy? Everyone happy? Yes? Go ahead, Cindy. You're sure, Lord.
Big smiles, guys, big smiles.
Students, just come forward a little bit. So we get space with the principals in the back now. Very good.
Yes, yes, yes.
Some of these chairs. Principals, join us, please. Thank you.
Just nobody directly in front of the minister, right? Just come, just come right on. It's quite too quiet. Let's just take ourselves.
Members in the media.
Big smiles, principals.
Don't block your face with the trophy. Parents, you can take your photo, right? This is the last one.
We just want to get to the live feed. If everybody can just have their seats, so we just see the students on top of the stage. Thank you. Big smiles.
Principals, thank you very much.
Congratulations to all our awardees, and thank you, Dr. Dowlat and other members of the strategic apex of the Ministry of Education. Thank you all. Ladies and gentlemen, the Division of Educational Research and Evaluation, the DERE, is the main player in administering the S.E.A. examination. I now invite Ms. Kamini Bagalu, Director, Acting Division of Educational Research and Evaluation, to move the vote of thanks. Ms. Bagalu.
Thank you very much, Mr. Metivier. And a pleasant good afternoon. Dr. the Honorable Michael Dowlat, our Minister of Education, Mrs. Simone Williams and Mr. Kishore Lachman, Permanent Secretaries, Dr. Peter Smith, Chief Education Officer, Mr. Desmond Noel, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Mr. Walter Stewart, President of the National Parent Teachers Association, to all of our directors of the Ministry of Education, especially Ms. Michelle Carter, our Director of School Supervision, to the hardworking members of the S.E.A. team, to our principals, teachers, our school supervisors, parents, students, members of the media, a pleasant good afternoon. Today has been a celebration of excellence, determination, and the remarkable achievements of the 9 outstanding young students whose hard work and commitment have earned them the highest honors in the secondary entrance assessment. To our Honorable Minister of Education, thank you for your inspiring remarks and your continued dedication to ensuring that every child in Trinidad and Tobago has access to quality education and opportunities to achieve their fullest potential. I also express appreciation to the permanent secretaries, the senior officials of the Ministry of Education, our school supervisors, principals, and staff of the Ministry of Education, whose collective efforts continue to shape the educational experiences of our nation's children. To the parents and families of our awardees, thank you for your sacrifices, patience, and unwavering support. Behind every successful child is a network of love, encouragement, and countless acts of dedication. To the principals and teachers of our students, thank you for nurturing talent, inspiring curiosity, and helping your students strive for excellence. Your influence extends far beyond the classroom, and today's achievements reflect your commitment and professionalism. To the members of the S.E.A. team who work tirelessly to deliver the S.E.A. results, we extend our deepest gratitude to all of the members, and they know themselves. And to our 9 outstanding students, congratulations once again. You have made your families, your schools, and our nation very proud. As you prepare for the exciting journey into secondary school, continue to dream boldly, work diligently, and lead with integrity. Finally, heartfelt thanks to everyone who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to organize this wonderful ceremony here this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for sharing in this joyous occasion. We wish our students every success as they embark on the next chapter of their educational journey. Have a pleasant afternoon.
Thank you, Ms. Kamini Bagalu, for your kind words this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the S.E.A. 2026 event hosted by the Ministry of Education of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. We extend our congratulations to all awardees, parents, and education. Thank you for joining us, and do have a good afternoon.